Good morning, I'm Javier.
And I'm Gretchen.
And this is Good Mornings with Sleepwell, our weekly blog on sleep health and all things mattress. And all things Sleepwell, by the way. I gotta say, I'm pretty tired. I'm actually wired on caffeine right now, but I am pretty tired.
As am I.
Yeah. We've been doing our fair share of traveling. We've been to Dallas, we've been to Phoenix, and now we're getting ready to head off to Vegas. Pretty long trips. What do you have to say about them?
All work and no play is no bueno. So, we make it fun.
Yeah, we make it fun. If we get chance, or if you guys want to leave a comment or anything, ask about her bowling game. Yeah, pretty good.
All I have to say is one clue.
What? That's not the way I remember it. But anyways,
Beer.
Yeah, beer. So anyway, so our travels have been Dallas and Phoenix. The reason we've been doing this is because we're meeting with manufacturers. We're looking at next year's lineups and also the lineups to finish this year. We have a lot of things that we've been training on and learning for you, specifically the customer. What do you have on this? I mean, it's been pretty fruitful, I think.
As you know, Sleeptronic and King Coil were in the same factory, and they recently have divided so that they can start their own lines and blossom. And in the process, we went to go see Sleeptronic first and spoke with Anthony and got to see their product and try it out and see what new stuff that they have coming out. And they kind of picked our brains too with trying to see what we thought of things, this, that, and the other. So made us feel good, made us feel important. And it also gave us a vision in what they're doing, so we know where they're going.
Yeah, I will tell you that their manufacturing plant is amazing. They teach you as they guide you through the manufacture of the mattresses. This was her first trip down there, and I think that she was in shock by the sheer size of the factory.
Oh, yeah.
I think that we both learned a lot on the materials.
Yes.
And you don't know, you really do not or cannot fathom the science behind making just a little white rectangle. But these guys, they understand it, and they're freely teaching you what each material does, what each spring does, and we fell in love with. I would say it was about nine different SKUs from that company, and I know our Carlsbad store is really enjoying that because we've already bought 7 different SKUs for their floor. And if you get a chance in Carlsbad, if you're watching us in Carlsbad, please drop by because we've got some really new certified Sleepwell certified beds out there that the ticking on it, I mean, no joke, it's about 20 degrees cooler than room temperature.
Where you would be familiar with cooling materials, this one is an ice cool material. So it gives you a nice balance of feeling cool or feeling warm, whether you're too cold or too hot. It helps regulate. But your initial feel, being that it's really hot when you touched it, was amazing. It
was so weird. I didn't believe her because, I mean, a lot of you know the differences between our personalities. She's a go out and do it immediately, and I'm a sit back, watch and listen type of person. And she lays on the bed and she's like, holy smokes, you got to feel this. And I'm like, whatever. And Anthony from Sleeptronic is like, no, you really do have to feel it because it really is a very cool bed. And you know, I thought it was hype again. I'm naturally very much a non-believer until I actually see things. And with her on the bed, I touched it after she got up. She'd been on there for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah, I laid still. And I'll explain why in just a minute.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
But anyway, so I put my hand to it, and literally the thing was like 20 degrees cooler than the room. It's really weird. It's really neat material. We are carrying that in Carlsbad. You want to explain why you were laying still?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, for one, whenever you want to cool off, laying on these beds obviously does that. But I'm also naturally a cold sleeper, so I always seek warmth. And for me to lay on a cool mattress, the first thing that comes to my mind is this bed actually going to make me cold? Being that it's temperature regulating instead of temperature controlling, that is the key. Being that it is temperature regulating means when you lay on there, it's actually going to help if you're too hot to cool you off. If you're too cold to warm you up. So it's not a situation where it's just going to make you feel cold.
Yeah, we've had a lot of comments like that. And we are researching that thread, that type of yarn that they use on the ticking, and we'll have something for you later on, but I will tell you that just from preliminary research stuff that I sent to you recently, this same yarn is the stuff that jackets use, and it'll insulate you, but it'll also cool you. Very interesting stuff, and we'll have more on that later on. But just that training trip, what else did we see? Oh, we saw the new bed-in-a-boxes that Sleeptronic is offering. What did you think of those?
They were awesome, and they had coils.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed.
Yeah, our experience so far as a company has been with bed-in-a-box being nothing but mattress, all foam mattresses. And so now we're seeing, and I know we've seen it in the industry, but us as a company, we haven't had spring beds and mattresses yet, or spring beds in box yet. And this will be our first foray into that. We hope to have that here in Alamogordo within a couple of weeks. It was amazing. It's a really nice bed.
It really was.
Yeah.
And there was something to be said as far as when you lay on them, they actually had the same comparable to an actual mattress you feel in the store. It's not comparable, I don't think, to the bed in a box, because the bed in a box, all memory foam, has its feel.
Right. Yeah. I know where you're going. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
So you don't feel like you're getting just a mail order.
And I think that's what stopping some people from even thinking about this, or actually to me, I'm weary of the bed in a box thing, because you're right. You're thinking mail order, you're thinking cheaper bed, because a lot of these companies coming out, they're like, hey, we have the cheapest bed on the market, and you are expecting no quality out of a bed in a box. And I just want you to know that the manufacturers have answered, and us as a retailer are seeing it, and we're going to be bringing it, because the quality on these particular brands is really good.
And I can say, for those of you who are like me, who would never buy a mattress without trying it first, good thing being said, we're going to carry these on our floor. So if you want to try them before you buy them, that availability is there for you.
And the reason that we would carry a bed in a box, honestly, is more online. And also for customer convenience, because we do get some customers that are in cars that want to take the bed with them immediately, and instead of waiting for a delivery date, which is fine with us, now with the bed in a box, we can fit it into a car. Yes, a queen bed will fit into a car. Yep. And so we learned that. Let's see, what else did we do? We went to Phoenix this past week. That was for the King Coil factory, brand new, beautiful factory. It's funny because they opened up, 2-3 months ago, and they were empty, and they have videos on YouTube that I want to put on our site because it's really kind of interesting, where they've been putting together the machinery and everything, and actually to see it live was so cool.
It was really cool. They did a fantastic job with their environment, creating that. We came from these old factory lives, building it forward. So when you look at the pictures and follow the timelines and see who has made input and everything, when you're walking in there, it just gives you a feeling. It's not just a mattress place.
Yeah.
You actually feel a feeling of experience, people researching. The pride people put into their items is absolutely evident when you're looking at these pictures. So when you try the product, it almost takes you into a special place. And then when you lay on the mattresses, you can relate to what they're trying to convey to you through these pictures.
Yeah, the what she's talking about is that timeline, and I think we have a picture with the timeline behind this. But it's so cool because a lot of people don't know that King Coil is probably, if not the oldest worldwide mattress builder, one of the oldest, like top 3 oldest worldwide mattress builders. They are amazing in what they make. They're amazing in their in the science behind what they do. And the thing that stands out the most on King Coil is what? The Chiropractor Association.
Absolutely.
Yep. They are backed by the International Chiropractors Association, which is a big thing, meaning that they won't put out a bed with that emblem without it being tested by chiropractors and designed by chiropractors so that it supports you correctly. And a little bit about why we went to Phoenix, if you want to tell them, because these are your mattresses.
Well, they carry a mattress, which I have many nicknames for. We have tank, we have casserole bed. Of course, that would be for male and female. But then my personal one is I call them my babies. Um,
She has issues.
when you come forth and learn about a mattress that has just about every element available in there, topped with a 25-year warranty with a half-inch body impression, if that doesn't make you stop and scratch your head, I don't know what else would. So just so you know, these mattresses were called the Athens Extended Life, and we realized that with the new King Coil building, they were going to have the extended life, but they were going to be a little different. So that was our main goal about traveling down to King Coil, was to see what they've done with the extended life mattresses. In the process, we weren't just wowed, we were blown away.
Yeah. The reason we went down there, we had customers in here about 2 weeks ago, right before or right after our Dallas trip. We had customers in here, and they were wanting these extended life mattresses in sizes that we could no longer get. So instead of waiting another couple of weeks and having the customers wait, we decided we were going to take the trip up to Phoenix. That's how important you guys are to us. I mean, if there's something that we can do to make your sleep better, we're going to do it. We're going to find a way to make it happen for you.
Yep.
So the purpose of the trip was for 2 customers specifically that we could get immediately, and we fell in love with the beds, the science behind them, and then also a new one that they designed that's actually a pillow top that is just blew me away. She laid on it right off the bat and fell in love. But yeah, we'll be getting those into the store. We have a few of these Athens ones, the gray ones that we love and absolutely have been our favorites in our store. We have a few more of those to go through, but we will have the new 2000, let's call them the 2019 models in here soon.
Yep.
And they're available now in the odd sizes, but the build is absolutely the same. They haven't changed anything but the color.
Right. And what that means is the sides are still gray, the handles are still gray, but the top of it is white with a slight pattern in it. And they went back to the white because it's a traditional look to the mattress. But on set, when you're looking at the mattress and you lay on it, it just envelops your whole idea of what a mattress should do for you. If you guys have not yet tried the Athens Extended Life, I'm going to ask you, what are you waiting for? Don't miss this opportunity. If you want a real investment into your sleep, your health, having something that you know is going to work, and then putting 25 years on there with a half-inch body impression, it's unheard of. So I encourage you, if you haven't yet try one, please go to our Carlsbad or our Alamogordo store. Try them. They are as good as we say. I promise you that.
It's funny because an email between myself and Howard from King Coil, thank you Howard for the tour by the way,
Yes.
was me saying that I wanted a bed that didn't change between this one and the new one, and that I wanted it to have the same color top. And his response was, please come to Phoenix to look at what we're offering. It may not have the same top, but it'll have the same feel. And so he couldn't believe that we would do this for a customer and just get up and go, but we did, and we showed up, and I'm super happy we did it. We learned so much, we got to see so much, and now we know we're in good hands, and that you're in good hands when you buy a bed from us of King Coil.
Right. And again, building the customer relation with your store is important, but then when you value also your relation between your vendor and yourself, that just strengthens everything. And getting to meet Howard was wonderful. He has a real vision for King Coil and where he wants to go with the mattress lines.
Yep.
He's very personable. He continued to ask us, what do you think? What do you think? He wanted us to try everything, not just what we were there for, because he really is that interested in the opinions that we had to offer, or some of the information we would offer if he did change something. He was very receptive to everything, so it was a nice trip.
It's neat to have that for us to be able to speak for you guys, the customers, because your concerns when you walk into the store, we do notate them, because we have customers that have specific needs, and to have a manufacturer listen to us for that's really neat. That really is.
Yes.
So this coming week, I mentioned that we're going to Las Vegas, which is our next trip. That one is going to be a learning trip, and a huge opportunity for us to meet a lot of people. We look forward to putting pictures of that on Facebook and on Instagram and every other media that we cover. We're looking forward to that, and hopefully have some video that we can post on Facebook Live of this crazy one jumping on beds over there.
And just so you know, when he references Las Vegas, he's forgetting to say the word market. We are going there for the Las Vegas market.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I got what you mean. Okay.
And we're going to be visiting as many vendors as you could possibly think of. Plus, we have little dates we've set up with vendors that we're already working with, so that we can see their line. They can give us the tour and show us their new products, what's changed, everything. So it's going to be a blast. It really is.
Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely. So one other thing that I want to close with is you'll notice that she's wearing kind of an interesting t-shirt. And if you want to stand up, I'll get out of your way.
All right.
And this is specifically for a
you guys can
friend
see.
of ours. It's a little, if you want to come down a little bit, I can see that you're, right there on the frame. So she's wearing this. Yeah, she's wearing this specifically for a friend of ours, a networking friend of ours that works for the company Leggett and Platt that makes mattress springs.
This one right here, that'd be Mark.
That's Mark Quinn, and that's Mark Kinsley.
Okay,
Yeah.
so he's going to introduce for you. And these two are awesome. If you haven't watched Sleep Geek podcasts, I encourage you to do it. But more so for the fact, we've gotten ourselves involved in a little bit of humor, and they're going to understand the blue chandelier earrings.
Yep, so that one's for you guys, and we'll see you next week. No, we're not going to see you next week. We're actually going to be in Vegas next week, so we'll see you probably later on the week after with a lot of video from the Vegas trip and a lot of info from the Vegas trip and shots of the new furniture that we're going to be carrying. Don't forget that Carlsbad has furniture now. Hopefully you can get to drop by and see our beautiful bedroom sets there that we've bought and some new living room.
And we may have some live footage, maybe from Vegas, so be watching.
Yep. Until next time, remember, when you sleep well,
You live well.
have a great one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.